Why men fear becoming biological fathers. For some men, fatherhood feels less like a blessing and more like standing on the edge. One step could change everything. For many men, the thought of becoming a biological father can feel like standing at the edge of a cliff. Some men may be excited by the view but terrified of the fall. Responsibility feels like a heavy backpack. Some men see fatherhood as strapping on a rucksack filled with bricks, financial pressures, sleepless nights, and the duty to provide. The fear isn't about carrying it for a day, but for decades. Loss of freedom feels like a cage. Fatherhood can be compared to stepping into a train that only runs on one track. You can't just change direction on a whim anymore. Your choices ripple into someone else's life. Fear of failing feels like an exam with no revision notes. Many men worry they'll repeat mistakes from their own fathers, or worse, not live up to the expectation of being a good dad. It's like being handed the final paper before you've even opened the textbook. Identity feels at risk of erosion. Men often fear being swallowed by the role, like paint dripping into water until the original color disappears. They ask, will I still be me once I'm someone's dad? Why men fear stepping into the stepfather role. The fear here is different. It's not about starting the race, but joining halfway through, on a track someone else has already laid, walking into another man's shadow. Being a stepfather can feel like wearing shoes that don't quite fit, too big in some places, too tight in others. There's the silent comparison with the biological father, whether present or absent. Earning trust feels like climbing a greased ladder. Unlike biological fatherhood, where love is expected to grow naturally, a stepfather must prove himself to children who may see him as an intruder. The risk of rejection looms large. Boundaries feel like invisible tripwires. A stepfather wonders, how much authority do I really have? It's like driving a car where the steering wheel sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, depending on how the children or their mother feel that day. Love feels conditional. In stepfatherhood, affection isn't always guaranteed. It's more like tending a garden you didn't plant. You water, you nurture, but you can't be sure the roots will take. In contrast, biological fatherhood fear is about the weight of creation, the permanent link, the responsibility stamped in DNA. Stepfatherhood fear is about the weight of acceptance, earning a place in a story already being written. One is like fearing the ocean because it's too deep, while the other is like